What up, Pink Ladies, T-Birds? Just happen to be watchers of my shit. My name is Jimmy Pynk. And this is the once upon a time I was waiting all season for y'all to give me. So this is season 7, or as I like to call it, reboot season 1, episode 9 of Once Upon a Time. And you guys, I apologize that I was late reviewing this. But I'm so glad that I got up a little bit early for work and decided to go ahead and go through with it. I had a hell of a day yesterday. I couldn't get it on. I was supposed to be at work. I'm going to get to that. But I was supposed to be at work. My car wouldn't start. So I couldn't go. So I'm like, well, fuck it. At least I can do the review in real time. Turned on my TV. ABC did not want to come in because I don't know why. It was just all bad. So we here now. And I gotta tell y'all, I'm so mad I missed this at 8 o'clock that I couldn't live tweet it. First of all, can we get into the gag? And they gagged us early that Lady Tremaine is Rapunzel. Who knew Lady Tremaine had a first name and the bitch's first name was Rapunzel? Gagged. And then, well, let's get into these notes. So, I did want to say, like, when it was in there, like, what was up with the Jason music? But, like, before they even gave us the reveal, when she was, like, screaming, Marcus, Gisela, Anastasia, and I'm like, why would you know Gisela and Anastasia, what they got to do with it? And they came back from commercial and, bitch, she was Rapunzel? I can't. But this is what used to make Once Upon a Time so good, is because they could have one person being multiple fairy tale characters and it makes sense. So I was just like, okay, y'all got me intrigued. I wasn't even pressed about reviewing it because I don't get a lot of views on my Once Upon a Time reviews. So it's kind of just for fun at this point. But, y'all, they broke that shit down and I just was like, that was fucking brilliant. I have not seen such brilliance since since Rumpel was 15 different damn characters. And they kept bringing out that he was also the Beast, also the Crocodile. Like, I'm just here for it. I'm like, I'm here for it. Then I was looking at it, I was like, well, yeah, she do got a brown bob, and Rapunzel cut her hair off, her hair turned brown, so I'm like, okay, I'm buying it. I seen that Mario mushroom was back from Wonderland. Remember we seen that Alice had that in this world. Alice had that. So the mushroom made its way back, and I'm like, now how's that going to work its way back into the story? So Victoria then gives Lucy back to Jacinda. Seemingly no strings attached. Oh, shit. Seemingly no strings attached. But I knew Victoria was up to something. But in the meantime, our secondary storyline, which for real, they could have kept all the way out of this, but our secondary storyline is Alt Hook, what's his name? Rogers, is very, very suspicious of Rumpel. We also got the reveal that Rumpel is woke. Now, I know a lot of y'all was commenting saying we been knew Rumpel was woke, but he never admitted it. He admitted it today. So that was huge. But come to find out, you know, Hook goes in the evidence room. I thought he was going to find the dagger because I thought the dagger was in the evidence room. But he finds his hook and he just kind of looks at it. That was kind of like a little tongue-in-cheek to us. Like, hi, nigga, that's yours. And then he proceeds to see that Weaver has all these files on people that has to seemingly do with his case. Kind of forgot about it because the Rapunzel is Lady Tremaine storyline was mind-blowing. Side note, do y'all know I'm just now figuring out Ivy is Mary Queen of Scots from Reign? Now, I was fucking with Reign heavy for a couple seasons, and then What happened? Empire, Riverdale. There's only so many shows that I can watch. And when I'm into a show, I'll review that show. Y'all see it ain't no damn rain reviews, right? So I stopped watching it. But I absolutely loved that show. It just was other shows that I was more interested in. And I'm thrilled to see her on a major network with a major role. I hope she keeps it because she's a really great actress. Even though we didn't see a whole bunch of Ivy this episode. Well, right, we didn't see a whole bunch of Ivy. We didn't see a whole bunch of Adeline Kane. We didn't see a whole bunch of Mary Queen of Scots. But we saw them as kids. So we find out that Rapunzel gave up her freedom for her family. You know, is one of those, when you wish for something, be careful how you word it. And she was like, yes, I would do anything for my kids. And Mother Gothel was like, that's what I needed. And whips her up, snatches her up. But then, the parallels. Oh my God. When the kids finally came and they found her, and she found them, and then the husband came out, and then Ella came out. Then the husband was like, I remarried. We thought you was dead. The kids, Grisella is still a little bit pushing away because, you know, Rapunzel ain't been around for a while. She's a little bit older. But they're all getting along. Famously. They're fine. They're a family. Some kind of way, I said, wait a minute, are you serious? So your plan to help your wife, who by the way is still your fucking wife because she's not dead, was to have her be a servant in the fucking mansion where you live with your new wife and your kids and your stepkid? I'm like, oh, it's see the parallels. I'm like, so I see why you would have Cinderella doing that shit. Not saying that it's right, but it's just starting to make so much more sense of how, like, she really has this taste for Ella. And it's peeling, the layers are peeling back. And then we get to that end. But baby, when the daughter had went to go try to save Ella, because Ella, that ice was cracking, and they both fell in, and that husband had only pulled up Ella and was like, I could only grab one. I said, oh, I see it all. I'm like, okay. But the craziest, the face crack. This episode was full of face cracks. But my face crack was this. When Gothel is talking to Rapunzel and was like, that was a test. You failed. I thought that you were pure of heart. And that you were the guard. Basically, that she was the guardian. She thought Rapunzel was the guardian. She said that was a test. I'm like, bitch, you're an evil witch. And she was living with you. You turned her out. And at first she wasn't going to do it. But you know what? Personally, if I had to work for my ex-husband and his new wife in a fucking mansion and I'm a servant, I might drop a little couple things in that bitch drink too. I'm just going to keep it 100 because I'm not pure of heart. None of us are. I might drop something in the bitch drink too because I'm like, for real, bitch, no. I'm a fucking servant and you like, oh, why are you working today? It's your daughter's birthday. Why do I work here? Why can't y'all just set me up on a guest house that my kids can come visit me, you know, from time to time? We can be together for the holidays. Why the fuck I gotta be a servant? I ain't mad at Rapunzel for that. Anyway, though, and then finally Hook confronts Rumple, or should I say Rogers confronts Weaver. We've been gone for 3 weeks, y'all. I gotta get like the names back down pat. But I didn't think Rumple was gonna spill the tea, and he did. I mean, he didn't start talking about it was magic and all this shit, but he did tell Hook, I'm separated from my wife. That's who I've been looking for. You know, Hook is like, well, let me help you. So I guess that's going to be next week's episode. We're going to get into that. But the face crack is Lucy. I keep saying the face crack. There's so many. And then Lucy. And then Victoria comes, brings her to Once Upon a Time book. Henry's book is true. It's all true. You was right. You special. You cracked the code. All these fairy tales are true. And she breaks it down to Lucy. I'm Rapunzel. This is what I did. Yeah, I did do this to your grandmother, but I was tricked. I was fooled. into thinking that was my only option. I had to get my family back together. Don't you understand? And then she shows her, this is Anastasia. So Anastasia's sitting up in the hospital room now. This is Anastasia. This is my daughter. This is what happened. We don't get happy endings. I believe too. I fought for you. Don't you see? We're just alike. And then she had that nanny cam showing Jacinda and Jack and the Beanstalk making out after she said, I want you to be part of Lucy's life and all this shit. Because remember, that's her cursed dad. Man. And that little girl cried. And I was hurt because I was like, oh, that was a horrible, heartless ass way to take her belief. And you were grandmother, you dirty bitch. But what I didn't know was going to happen. They kept saying, because they never said nothing was going to happen. They kept saying it's going to sacrifice an innocent soul. And I just kept thinking, it was like, you going to break her heart. This is a child. Let her believe. Oh, nope. That eyedropper said, boop. Anastasia said, what up, though? And Lucy said, night, night, nigga. Like, I was like, wait. I didn't know all of that was going to happen. But when I wasn't thrilled with the episode we left off on, but this is amazing. So again, I apologize for being late. If you are not a Pink Lady or a T-Bird, please subscribe to my channel. Comment, like, dislike. Just interact on this goddamn page because that's what YouTube is on right now. Because we already discussed all the way how they be fucking with my money. Also, speaking of money, they fucking with my money. 'Tis the season for giving. If you have it, check out my Patreon. Donate $1 or whatever you have to assist me in continuing to improve my channel and do the costumes and stuff. Obviously, I have to work today, so not full costume. Y'all know what it is, Pink Ladies and T-Birds. But if you have it, if not, that's fine too. To my existing patrons, as always, I love you. I'm still waiting for that one more thing before I ship your guys' Christmas gifts out. Oddly enough, I thought that would have been the thing that came the fastest, and they're dragging their feet on that. So, I want to thank you so much for watching, each and every one of y'all. I will see you guys next week. I think all of the winter finales for all the shows except for Dragula is next week. Which is nice for me because then I get to take a break. As y'all can see, I've been lacking this week because I need a break from doing this, to be perfectly honest with you. And then I will be doing my nice and naughty list, which is top 15 best and worst songs of the year. So once these shows go off for winter break, I'll have time to work on that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the notification bell too, because they will not tell you when the reviews is up. Okay, bye. Deuces.
Clueless, and I'm clever with every letter. This sister's a soldier. I'm the coldest winter ever. Get your sweater. And I'm almost out of